Hey guys, we're here at the Jeep stand at the New York Auto Show, and Jeep has surprisingly unveiled a whole lineup of facelifted Wranglers for the 2024 model year. We have the two-door Wrangler here, we have the Wrangler Unlimited here, another one over there, and of course the wonderful 392 Unlimited right over there. I want to focus on this one though because these are really popular right now. These are the Wrangler 4xEs. So what's really new for 2024? For obviously you can see there's new wheels on the option here, but the real main feature is the new front fascia. So we have a smaller grille now that's actually a little bit more integrated into the whole front end of the Wrangler, and this is mainly due to the new addition of this optional 8,000-pound winch that can be fitted to the front bumpers up front, and those you can see over on the 392 model over there, and this one actually has it up front here. It's a little bit dirty, but you can see this new winch up front, so it's pretty cool if you do want that. Nonetheless, I think the facelift of the Wrangler looks really nice outside, but the real treats are on the inside, which we'll get to in a second. Now, since this is the 4xE model, of course, we have a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine under the hood paired with an electric motor sandwiched in between the gearbox and the wheels, and that is going to be powering all 4 wheels. And of course, you can plug it in on the other end through the little charge door. You can drive it in electric mode, and it's the future. These are actually really super popular. It's actually the #1 selling plug-in hybrid vehicle in America now, ever since this launched. You can see the charge door right here, really cool. I have a waterproof cap in there. There's even a little mounting graphic in here as well, which I think is really cool. Let that focus in for you guys. Love to see that, and a little E badge on there as well. Really cool, nice placement with that as well. And we see all the blue accents for the 4xE model as well. So we have the blue trail rated badge, Wrangler right down there in blue. And we can also see the 4xE badges back here, as well as the blue tow hook, which is pretty cool. Now, the 4xE has kind of been really popular for the Wrangler lineup in being almost like the luxury version of the Wrangler. So this one has that retractable built-in hard/soft top. You can see it's retracted right now. There's been a little bit more like luxury-esque options on the interior as well, and even these wheels look a little bit more high-end, and I really love the little bit of the nod to the Wrangler on the center wheel cap as well. I think that's a really cool touch. Now, if you want something a little more traditional, you can always go with the 2-door Wrangler. Right here, this one's a really cool spec, and it's a really bright green paint finish. We have black wheels, beefier rubber, of course, for some more off-roading. And this is in the return of the Willys trim of the Wrangler. And I really like this inside. We can kind of see this fabric material on the dash right here, and a little bit of a sneak peek on that new touchscreen, which we'll look at in the 4xE in a second. Some cloth seats in this one as well. Pretty nice. And I love how you can still take the tops off the Wranglers as well. It's a really fun feature. And I think this looks really cool in this paint, actually. Before we head inside, of course, you can always have the traditional storage space in the back of the Wrangler as well. You just open up this rear hatch and it still opens the same, so nothing too big has changed out back really. If your Alpine stereo subwoofer back there, and of course this rear glass can open as well. And of course you have your little racks back here for some Jeep accessories, and I love this JL badging right here with all the specifications of the Wrangler on it. I've always loved that since this generation came out on the Wrangler. Close that up. You can even have the button right there to lock and unlock your vehicle. Let's go take a look on the interior now. Yes, taking a look on the interior now. We're gonna see what's new with the Wrangler. So popping inside here, open the door up for you guys. Now, since this is the 4xE model, we're gonna have a hybrid electric and e-save modes. So those are different functions for your electric powertrain on the Wrangler. But the big difference in here is this new screen that we're gonna be finding in the Wrangler. So this is gonna be an all new Wranglers, and it's a much improved system than we have seen previously. And it's very similar to the new system we've seen in other vehicles in the Stellantis group, actually. So it might be a little bit familiar if you own a new Stellantis product. A really quick action on the screen function right here, really nice. This is pretty similar to the new systems we're gonna find in like even the new Maseratis as well, and it's really quick to work. We have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all those nice features, and I think it's a huge upgrade from the old tiny little screen that was embedded into the dash. This looks a lot cleaner, a lot more well integrated as well. Nothing's really changed up front over here. Now, since we have the 4xE version, we're gonna have a charge and power indicator on this side versus a traditional speedometer, and that's gonna be found in your center display over here. You have your tachometer still on that side as well. The rest of the interior of the Wrangler hasn't changed too much. I do like this seat option on this one. It has this kind of gray seat with this nice texture pattern on the side over here. And that's pretty much it on the interior. We do have this little bit of a modification on the dash to kind of work this new screen in. It's very similar almost to like what Ford has done on their new Mustang, with this kind of screen blending into the dash from this little curve over here. It's a pretty familiar thing we're seeing on a lot of automakers though. So can't kind of like call enough. But I think this is a huge upgrade, and I hope this helps to keep the Wrangler selling as well as it still does. Over here, we also have some nice stitched leather material on the dash over here, as well as on the grab handle. And like I said, the 4xEs have kind of been like almost like the luxury Wranglers to get right now. They're really can be really nice. And again, nothing's really changed too much with the steering wheel over here. We still have our kind of like multi-function controls over here. This one actually has radar adaptive cruise control on it as well, and this nice kind of contrast stitching on it. So cool stuff happening with the Wrangler, and thank you guys for joining me on this quick tour of the facelifted 2024 Jeep Wrangler.